both.
Yep.
And lastly, the other thing is our tie downs. So we have them hooked over the poles, and then we tied them around and through back to the pole again. It's Gay.
And Carol.
And in this video, we're going to be showing you how we put our annex up. We have put up the annex or the awning and 2 walls before, but we haven't put up the main wall before. We're going to start off by putting the cover over the wheel first.
Off I go. Now normally I wouldn't have the kitchen out. So it uses the existing buttons from the cover.
When they measured it up.
Yeah.
Oop, this way. And we've got hook and loop.
Alright, so Gay's going to put on the roof. The roof. Where's Gay? So we're putting the roof on. As soon as we find out where Gay is, we'll be good to go. This is Gay's thing. I'm good at emptying the tent. I can put the skirting on. I can help with stuff, but this bit she's good at. Except for when we get to that middle bit, where she's a bit short. Alright, so I'll go over and I'll give her a bit of a hand and get under the sheet with her and do things I shouldn't. I'm going to screw that back in. Anyway. Nothing like the sound of it. Okay, here we go. Now I can hop out again. I didn't really do anything. But she'll come through in a second. There'll be a second outing. Almost there. And she's caught for the first time ever. Zip. Inky's making herself at home in the dome chair. Baby's already noozing in the sun over yonder. Alrighty.
Next part's the poles. So we'll go and put the poles up. And then we obviously tie all the poles down. So we'll try to speed that up. So one of the things that is not easy to do is to get on level ground with the camper trailer. Everything is not always going to be as square as what we would like it to be. So one of the things is I do my best to, as I'm going around pegging it in, or screwing it in, is to try and get it as... So one of the things I do when I'm going around screwing pegging. One of the things that I want to do when I'm going around pegging it all down initially is to get it as square and as tight as I can. Not always possible because of the level of the ground. And then we might end up missing a little bit of a section and they might not quite meet, but it'll be good enough. It's better than perfection sometimes. What do you call it? Anyway, I don't know. So now you can go down. So as you can see, it doesn't quite meet up.
Go for it.
So the next thing that is when we've got all the poles up, what I do is I get my whack jack, the yellow tool, the original whack jack, and I usually use the end of it, and if I can, where is it? Tighten it up, and we'll get there eventually. Whoops, this way. Yeah, and then I tighten it up, so then your poles don't slip down. It just gives a little bit more tightness for me. This gives me a little bit more leverage. You can use a screwdriver or something as well, rather than just using your fingers to try and tighten. So the other thing that I endeavour to do when I'm putting up the poles with the ropes is to make sure that, or get them as close to a straight line as I can. I think on this occasion they're a little bit out, but it won't matter too much. So normally I like to have them in a straight line. Yeah, there's no movement in that. I'll put a link up, or I'll put a link in the description of where we got it from. So thank you Ed's Four-Wheel Drive and Camping for the tip.
Okay, so this is the side wall over the kitchen that we're zipping in. It's a bit of a challenge because of the kitchen being there, but that makes it more fun. I think. Gay doesn't.
No.
Does Gay want me to give a hand? I can maybe hold a bit of wall and film. Oh, look at that for skill. Oh, hurry, Miss Jane. Zip, but you never get sick of that sound camping, do you? It's one of the most common. Oh, her head's in the up. Pole's in the way, around the pole. And then she's just going to move over and zip up to the end. One of the advantages of our kitchen wall is it has a window in it. So we can have it open and get a bit of airflow in. It's nice.
Hook and loop.
Some hook and loop on the pole to stop it getting whooshed it out. See that?
And I'll do it from the outside. You can film.
I can watch from the inside here. So what Gay's going to do now is Velcro. Oops. What Gay's going to do now is hook and loop the side wall to the tent. We get to watch it from this side. There are little mitts you can see popping through every now and again. And this last bit actually gets hooked and looped to the actual skirt wall, which has hook and loop stuff on it. Anyway, you can't see anymore. You can see it down there doing the bottom bit now, and we're done. Great work, Gay. Alright, so we're just pegging in the side wall next to the kitchen. Gay's using the yellow thing.
Stealth.
The stealth one. It's not like tink, tink, tink. It still makes a sound, but it's nowhere near as bad.
Yeah, not.
Yeah, not that sound. Not tink, 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 tink.
Okay, so we've run into a bit of an issue because we're putting the wall up. We're probably going to have to go through and just have these running off the top pole, off the top, what do you call it, the top of the
pointy bit, that bit.
So what's happened is because we've tied the ropes around the poles, we're not able to put the awning, so the awning can't go in between. So what we're going to have to do is just take them from the top of the pole.
Alright, we're not far from putting the wall up, the main wall, our first time doing it. Gay's just doing some last minute prep. Inky's in her supervisor's dome chair. She's got, if you look at her, those eyes, so tired. And over yonder, I'll take you over quickly. Time's mummy. There's our fire pit. Hey. There's little tired eyes number 2. Have a look at those eyes.
Fast, I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Where are we at?
So we've got all the walls up.
All the walls are up.
We've changed the pole system.
Yeah, we had to change, I think we had to change it because the awning, or the wall went, the larger wall went up. Yeah, the poles are on the inside, so we're not able to tie it down.
So it still looks good and looks pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's
Still
a bit dark
holding
in
up
here. We
now.
haven't got our lights on yet. Come on in.
Oh, Carol's calling.
It's given a bit of extra space. We reckon it'll be good for the dogs chill too, without too many distraction.
Yeah, so we've obviously got the big window there. We'll lift that up so you can see what it looks like.
Off I go.
Yeah, Carol's going to do that. Overall, I think it works really well. Yeah, so it makes quite a big difference.
She comes out for the last bit.
Alrighty. We've got a window in the kitchen area, which is great, I think, for a bit of airflow. It also stops the sun from beating down on the kitchen. Will we put it up a lot if we're somewhere for a period of time?
No, I think if we set up, it's going to come down to weather, because I think we need airflow in the tent on hot days. It's going to be a bit of trial and error. I think it won't be up as much as it will be.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a bit, and we're going to be curious to see how the dogs go with it. We think it's good for them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, time will tell. But I don't reckon we'll put it up that often. Say out of 20 camping trips, we might put it up 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, so we've sort of probably got about 5 setups that we have, maybe 4, definitely 4 setups, I think. What is it? We've got the quick basic setup, and then we've got just putting the awning on.
Yep.
Just putting the awning on, and then just putting 1 wall up, and then putting 2 walls up, and then putting all walls up.
Couldn't have the walls without the roof.
So obviously, yeah, the awning is always one of the things that would have up. And we've got the green carpet down. We've had that since we got it as well. So maybe we need a little welcome mat here weekend. I still think it needs a little bit of tidying up with some spots. Tidied up this corner, I need to tidy up the other corner. So just put the awning wall over, or the awning just over the walls there. So obviously when it rains it will protect it. So that's it for us setting up our annex. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below if you've got any suggestions on how you think that we should be doing it if we're not doing it right. Or if you think we are doing it right, then a compliment wouldn't go astray.
Go that way, go that way, go that way.
So taking it down is reversing the process. So that's pretty much how you pack up the awning and annex, the roof and the walls. We did get the large wall and one of the small walls custom made. A Canvas Place made them. They had already made some previously, so they knew the measurements of them. But there are places around that do it, so you can get it done. But if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks.